7:30. I've just left the hostel. I was staying in, by the way, yeah, that's the name of the hostel, by the way. It's beautiful out here. The clouds are almost still pink from the sunrise, and I'm just about to check out the little shop in Tyndrum to see if they have gas cartridges so I can cook my own lunches. And yeah, then we're off, and that's a 20 miles day. So let's see how it goes. So I just found gas, went to Brody's, which is the little shop just on the way in Tyndrum, which was recommended to me by the hostel because apparently their prices are cheaper and the locals prefer it to the Green Valley stop, but they didn't have the gas I wanted. They don't have any small cartridges that are screw-on, so I had to go to the Green Valley stop, and now I'm finally on the way. So I have just made it to Bridge of Orkney, and this is literally the saddest sign I've come across so far on the West Highland Way, because when you need it... Well, I should explain that, yeah, I don't mind going to the toilet. Oh, that's a nice one. I don't mind going to the toilet in the wild, but since this guy told me about ticks and the fact that women are most likely to get ticks by going to the loo in the wild, then I've kind of tried to avoid going to the loo in the wild. But I think that now might be the right moment. So I've just gone to the loo in the Bridge of Orkney Hotel. I feel like a new person. I'm so happy I found toilets because, yeah, like I said, I didn't want to go because of Now it's almost like a challenge. Like I've not had to be in the wild, so if I can avoid it until the end of the way, then that can be my mini challenge. But anyway, they had really nice toilets, and it was all toasty, and the windows were closed because they said they wanted to avoid the midges sort of entering. And they had White Company soap and White Company cream, and yeah, it was like 5-star toilet. So yeah, I've done just over 10k since I left this morning. I think it's about, yeah, it took me about just over 2 hours, or 2 hours exactly. And now I'm gonna make my way to Kingshouse, which is my final destination, and that's another 20 kilometers. So in total the day will be about 29.5 kilometers. The views here are amazing. You can see at the back where I came from this morning, and I'm just really happy. This is the most amazing panoramic view right now, just after the climb past Bridge of Orkney. Look at that. So I've just done a bit of a climb, and now coming down towards Black Mount. I'm sort of desperately looking out for, I can't pronounce it, Buakail Etivmore. I know it's like a big feature on the way. I think it's probably much later. So majestic. He is literally doing a little show for me. How is it possible to come so close? Huh? You're a little tame one. Oh yes. What's going on here? A little braid. Probably full of ticks you are. So this is a nice little image of the way. Started in Milgai. Then the first night I slept in Drimmen. And all the way to Roardennen. That was a killer of a day. Then all the way to Inversnaid. That was a third day. This bit is supposed to be the hardest bit of the whole way. Between Inversnaid and Inverarnen. Stayed in Inverarnen. Then on the fourth day I did Inverarnen to Tyndrum. That took me half a day. Then I went back to Edinburgh. And then this morning I left Tyndrum at 8. Did this, Bridge of Orkney. And now I am just past Inveroren. And my destination for tonight is Kingshouse, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't look that far. And then tomorrow I'll head to Kinlochleven. That's only 14 kilometers, but it's quite a steep one. I think with the Devil's Staircase. And then on my last day, the 7th day, I'll go up to Fort William, next to Ben Nevis. And there's a steep climb just here after Kinlochleven. So on the sign I've just walked past, there are many promises of wildlife. Been promised to see the feral goat. Quite interested in that. The red deer, but I'm kind of blasé now because I've already seen like 3 or 4, so deers are ticked off my list. And then it also referred to the golden eagle. Now that would be nice. And there are some people behind me, which I don't particularly like. It's quite nice when you're just on your own on the path, but sometimes you just can't help people catching up with you, and sometimes you also walk past some people, so that's quite nice. But some of them are day hikers, and then some others are just like me, doing the whole West Highland Way. There are so many ways to do it. Like you can just take all of your camping equipment, like I did the last time, or you can do it and stay in hostels, like I'm doing this time, or you can like go the luxury way and have a tiny pack and use those companies that will transfer your pack from one place to the other, and also stay in really nice hotels, because there are some along the way with amazing views and lovely breakfast. Anyway, not what I went for this time. So I've just walked up probably what is the most boring bit out of today, I hope. It was just loads of pine trees on the right, and then just slopes with heather on the left, and couldn't see anything on either side because of what was next to me. And then at the top I just could see more and more path. And I've just arrived, and this is the landscape, and that is nice. That is much nicer. So I think I'm now gonna be actively looking for a place to stop and have some food, although there's quite a lot of wind. And I don't know if this is right, but I think that might be the Munro we've been looking for, because it says the Black Mountain, and it does look quite black. Anyway, I'll keep looking for a blacker mountain. Well, look at that. A perfect lunch spot. The one rock that's big enough for me to sit on. I found it. Here we go, all set. Some people are like, if you're not camping, why do you take a stove and cook food for lunches? Why don't you take sandwiches? But like, it's October and I really don't want a cold sandwich. I'm much happier with some nice salmon and lentils, and yeah, so I'm really happy I've got this now. I think it's really worth carrying the weight. It really doesn't weigh that much, and it's just a warm meal to break the day in 2 parts and have a bit of comfort. So I just stopped for half an hour to have some food. I feel better. I just saw this young couple that are walking the West Highland Way with their little dog. It was only 4 months old. It was so cute. And then he just came under my thigh to get some warmth. Sitting down half an hour, you just realize how cold it actually is when you stay still. So I've just put some more layers on and I'm just about to keep on going. I actually have no idea whether I am in Rannochmore or not, and whether this is the mountain, but I think I'm just gonna have to check it out later on the map to see if this is the place. But it definitely feels very remote. There is nothing around me, well, apart from nature, and I think I've reached Rannochmore. Look at this beautiful formation of rocks. Look at that, it's like mountains. And the water's coming from all the way up here. And there are more this way. So it's just started raining. Not that much, but yeah, I hope it won't get any worse. Looks like the way I'm going, there aren't that many clouds. And also I'm hoping that basically just have to do that climb up there, and then hopefully I'll be home for the night. Let's find out. So it looks like I've got 2 kilometers to go. I'm tired now. It's 3 p.m. and I'm really looking forward to see some signs of the road, which will mean that Kingshouse won't be very far. Got a warm bed booked, and yeah, I'm really excited. I can feel we're going downhill. There's no more rocks underfoot. It's all smooth like a baby's bum, so that's nice on the legs. And I've just seen 2 people, so I'm assuming Kingshouse is not far. Yay! Exciting! Look at what I've just discovered. Look at this view! Mountains everywhere, as far as I can see. Okay, I think we've got a serious contender right here. Look at this beauty. It's got to be it. It is so freaking beautiful. Can't see it on the camera, but it's like, it's really intimidating. It's so beautiful. I think that must be it. And I think the place I'm headed to is right here. Well, if this isn't a beautiful sight. Finally arrived to the Kingshouse Hotel. And it is just past 4 o'clock. So it took me just over 8 hours. And I had a wee break for lunch of half an hour. So walking 7.5 hours. Pretty happy with that. 30 kilometers, 7.5 hours. I mean, not Usain Bolt yet, but it's not an awful performance.